In a class, there's a professor, and the professor asks students to punctuate a sentence. The sentence is, a woman without her men is nothing. Now, since there are no punctuation marks, we cannot decide the pitch or tone, or there cannot be any reading style of this particular sentence on which word we have to stress and everything. Okay, it's a simple sentence. So the professor divided the class into males and females and asked the students to punctuate it as per their wish and give the answer. So the answer received by the professor of this particular sentence, males tried to punctuate it as a woman, and the quotation marks it is written a woman, comma, without her man, comma, is nothing. Full stop, and the quotation marks are closed. And the females wrote the sentence and the quotation marks, a woman, colon, without her, comma, man is nothing. Full stop, and the quotation marks are closed. So here, if you notice the meaning of a sentence written by males, a woman without her man is nothing. So the males try to dominate their presence, that without them, women are nothing, or a woman is nothing. So without men, there do not exist women. But if you notice the sentence written by females, the way it is punctuated, a woman without her man is nothing. So your females try to dominate their presence in the sentence, that without them man is nothing. So this is the power of punctuation. If you write it correctly, or if you punctuate a sentence correctly, you get the correct meaning. Else it can have completely different meaning of a single sentence. So today's topic of discussion would be punctuation. Hey smart buddies, let's get back to school and know more with the SmartSlate. So today we'll know more about all these punctuation marks. If you know any of the symbol or any of these marks, try to quickly write down or try to quickly symbolize the particular mark if you know, like comma, colon, period, apostrophe, hyphen, dash. All these are easy one. And let me know which one was unknown to you or you didn't know the name of a particular park in the comment section. So let's begin the punctuation marks lesson. So apostrophe, question marks, exclamation mark, period, colon, dash, semicolon, hyphen, braces, ellipses, brackets, comma, parenthesis, question mark. And the last one is virgule. So all these are the punctuation marks, and we'll quickly study about each one of them, about its application, the grammatical errors, and the rules one must know in order to use such marks. So the very first part of the video is based on the rules of punctuation marks. What things you must keep in mind, you should keep in mind when using such punctuation marks. So the very first rule is capitalization. Which letter should be capitalized and which letter should not be capitalized, when the letters have to be capitalized, and so on. So every sentence should begin with the capital letter. If someone asks you to punctuate a sentence, then obviously the very first thing you have to do is the beginning letter of a sentence, it has to be capitalized. Like your E is capitalized. If you notice, the very first alphabet letter of a sentence must be capitalized. Next, proper nouns begin with a capital letter. So proper nouns like Monday, Ellen, Italy, peacock, name of a particular place, animal, thing, or object, it should begin with a capital letter. Interjections and the beginning of quotations begin with a capital letter. So if anything is written in the quoted mark, like alas, he died. So if it is written in the quotation marks, A must be capital. Or even if it is an interjection like alas, ah, or my god, or hooray, then the letters like M, A, H all should be capitalized. The very first letter of an interjection should be capitalized. And then comes your exclamation mark, okay? The personal pronoun I is always written in a capital letter. That we all know. Whenever you write a sentence, in between also, if you get, like I is not in the beginning of a sentence, but it is in the mid or at the end, then also you have to capitalize I. The pronoun I is always written in a capital letter. Degrees and titles begin with a capital letter. Now you must know the difference between degrees, titles, and abbreviations. In an abbreviation, mostly all the letters are capitalized, but in degrees or in titles, it's not necessary. You'll see the combination of capital as well as small alphabet letters. So your degrees and titles, if you notice, MBA is a term in which all three alphabet letters are capitalized. But if you notice the second degree, MSc, C is a small letter. So it depends upon the degrees and abbreviations, like UNICEF, it's an abbreviation. So depending upon the usage, which word you have to capitalize and which not, you have to keep in mind. Then comes the title, captain, sir, madam. When you use such titles for someone, then the very first letter is capitalized, like C, S, and here it's MS and MA. Each line in a poetry begins with a capital letter. So in a poetry also, each line, the very first line, like the very first rule, every sentence should begin with a capital letter. So your each line, even though it doesn't sing, each line will have the very first letter as capital letter. So those were the few rules about capitalization. The second part is about the use of punctuation marks. So we'll know about the usage of punctuation marks, as we have almost 15 punctuation marks to discuss on. We'll discuss it in the part 2 of the video. Till then, try to make sentences, try to study the rules, and let us know in the comment section if you have any doubt. Thank you. Keep learning, keep growing, and stay subscribed.